What do we got? Birdie birdie? Am I supposed to think that these are all signs where, like, somebody used magic to hide something? Or is it just implied that, like, off-camera he opened the box and that was inside? Because, like, if these are all cases of magic, then goddamn, people have a mastery of that stuff. Because I'm not just hallucinating obstacles in my way that don't actually exist. Because we've explicitly had a story that set up the idea of making a false wall. Like, that's something that people know how to do. One way or another.
Someone's a big fan of fairy tales. The kind without a happily ever after.
Isn't so real fairy tales then. I think they didn't have happily ever afters until Disney decided to lie about them, basically. This person was following Joy on purpose. Is Joy the other person? The question is whether he was hunting the murdery person, or if they were hunting Joy because of her stardom. I'm still leaning on the idea that it might be the same person. A tattered diary. I can scarcely believe I live right next door to Joy Hayden herself. You know how much I do love her songs. Kay, just this morning I saw her, and it's true. Her mouth really is sewn shut. The rumors about her at the end of her career were not just rumors. Granny Weaver truly silenced her. At last, I have the chance to see Granny Weaver with my own eyes, or maybe even take a photo. If she doesn't appear to check up on Joy, I'll follow another clue and find where the witch lives. My hunch is that Arthur Cox discovered the whereabouts of Granny Weaver's lair in his inquiries into Oakmont's peculiar history. He must have written about it somewhere. Why would those photos be in a development thing? Aren't those photos from, like, back when she didn't have her mouth shut? Or older photos? One of the... Huh.
No sign of any wounds, but he looks like he's seen the devil himself.
That's all we've got. We didn't deal with the actual creature, but she had mega monsters in her goddamn basement. How does anyone besides me alive in this universe? Because they don't seem to be able to deal with those monsters. The KKK got wiped out by, like, fucking hand spiders. Like, how is Joy surviving in a building where those things exist? Unless they're somehow all in my head too. Or they're hunting me specifically. And so they don't normally appear in these buildings until I do. Not quite. I was just curious if I'm currently next to one of the extra hours missions, because that guy wants me to take 3 photos for him. We're on our way, Joy. Hopefully you're not already dead for having spoken about this or something like that.
I found your dog, Joy.
Where? She's okay?
I'll spare you the details. We didn't clean it up. She's gonna go home at some point, isn't she? It's just sitting there.
I don't know how to tell you this, Joy. I found her on the floor. There was blood everywhere.
No. Okay. Please.
It was like someone had cut her up and made her into a toy animal.
Enough. No more. Don't want to hear.
I don't understand the premise of us sparing her the details. She's gonna go home to her dead dog and all the gore all over her bedroom and the doll, which we left there. So,
I took a look around your apartment, Joy. It's not good. Your neighbor's dead, and let's just say it was not natural causes.
Dead? Eagle and Tane. What do we do?
You're keeping things from me, Joy. Now come on. I need to know what I'm dealing with.
No. We'll make it worse.
Granny Weaver. Just tell me about her.
Can't say. Can't.
She doesn't want you to help me. Why?
My fault. Don't be angry. So sorry.
Joy.
Sorry. So sorry.
Look, calm down. I'm not gonna leave you on your own. If you won't talk, I'll just have to work this out myself. Okay?
Vera. Yes. Thank you.
Bye, Joy.
okay. So we got like no additional information. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Is she just dressed like that? Oh, did her skirt glitch out like everybody else's clothes keep glitching out, like when I see through how transparent somebody is? I'm like, she's just fucking running around in just underwear? I don't remember that being a detail. That's because her skirt just kind of glitched through herself. I can scarcely believe I live right next to Joy. Oh, that's the same diary. Alright. Let's see if I can see if I can find out anything about this person. Arthur Cox. Oakmont's peculiar history. The Legend of Granny Weaver. I wasn't sure if Arthur Cox was an author or somebody who just would have researched her here, so she would have been in borrower history. So it would have been something that was rented by that person. The Legend of Granny Weaver grew from the story of Anne Osborne, one of the Salem witches who escaped to Oakmont, later becoming a weaver by trade. Her granddaughters asked to be told about witchcraft, and agreed but swore them to secrecy. Soon thereafter, 2 girls were found in the Oakmont sewers, dead with their mouths delicately sewn shut. Anne Osborne was never seen again. Many in Oakmont believe her spirit stalks those who expose the town's secrets. Legend holds Granny Weaver can be banished for up to 100 years, but she always comes back. Supposedly, Granny Weaver lives in Beacon Street, between Windhoff Avenue and Century Avenue, Western Old Grove. She has an address? Okay. That's really specific. Beacon Street, between Windhoff and Century. Alright. See what we can find. Legend of Granny Weaver. How will I ever find out about this person? If only the person that I'm helping conveniently worked in a building full of reference material about that exact subject. Oh. Well, that clears things up nicely. can be banished for up to 100 years? Like, that's a really long time. That's like... I think that might even be a longer time than, like, Dracula's castle. And Castlevania. I feel like even that comes by more frequently than Granny Weaver. The banishing must be hard or costly or something, otherwise this is like a super manageable problem. Admittedly, you'd have to find a 100-year-old book every time. And that assumes you write a new book each time. The documentation definitely ages quickly. We just about there? Close enough. Close enough that I should be keeping an eye out for marked doors. Would they mark the door of a spooky ghost as being inhabited? Because that's what the sign means. The label on inhabited buildings. I can't help but notice that I'm seemingly exploring every supposedly inhabited building because every single one of them is one that I can go into. And that's the hobo mark for being inhabited. And yet, there's these, like, thousands of people walking around all the time that presumably also live somewhere. I don't think I saw a spot. I don't think I saw a labeled door. This one's really slanty. Ooh, locked door. Miss Weaver? Are you ready to be served? I got a restraining order for you. You mean it's a secret door? The place where there's always a room in every version of this floor plan? Same knife again.
Ah, damn thing just bit me.
What? It doesn't have a mouth. Oh. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm about to... Okay, I'm dead. That's probably the most dangerous enemy in the game. Just because it runs at you so quickly. And your character's not the most agile dude. Anything that hits you, like, takes off, like, 1/3 to 1/2 of your health, usually. Well, that was unfortunate. Oops. Trying to cancel out. Alright, let's get back in there. Do some more shooting. I don't know if death has a consequence in this game. Besides teleporting you to the fast travel point. Because I think we've established in the past that anything you killed stays dead when you die. And also your ammo stays the same when you die. So you really do just teleport to a local fast travel point. Yeah, you teleport to a local fast travel point with the same ammo, but with your health back. And then the enemies you fought already dead. In this case, they seem to just be gone in general. Malleus Maleficarium. Every witch has her own sign, which represents her contract with the devil. If you find the sign of her lair, you'll be able to make her appear in front of you, whether she wants you to or not. You'll need 2 mirrors, place them opposite each other, so both the sign and its reflection can be seen in either. The witch will try to destroy you with her devilry. Hmm.
The door won't budge.
Lots of... I mean, these are fresh. Herbs like this, like... They have an expiration date. Oh, yeah. Wait, there's a sacrificial knife and some twigs in there. Strange. Yeah, the candles are lit. There's fresh blood for all the sigils and stuff like that. There's all these plants that are still green. Fires lit all over the house. It's actually one of the better kept locations we've seen in the game. These buildings keep getting cleaner. Animal sacrifices. She's becoming less and less mysterious by the moment. Really seems like she's just an actual living person who just lives in this house. And not like a specter or a haunting. The monsters that attack me really just disappear just like that. Damn. She's into this. Look at that. It's even sectioned off with a chain and boards, like it's a theme park attraction. Like, look at this. Isn't that a cool thing? Don't touch it. Keep 5 feet back. Like it looks like a theme park ride.
Looks like a shot took it out.
Oh, the two opposite mirrors. They were here.
There's good art, bad art, and then stuff which makes your skin crawl.
Well, it is made of blood, probably.
Looks like a shot took it out.
Yes.
Enough for a trench full of krauts.
A lot of shots.
Here we go.
Who dares call me?
Rock! This one is heavy!
Why do I have to specify what order they put set up the mirrors in?
Keep shooting! Kill her! Jack and Tank, kill her! Let's figure out what happened here. Here we go! Rock!
Who dare?
Keep shooting! Kill her! Jack and Tank, kill her! Granny Weaver. They called her up, used 2 mirrors to do it, then... looks like it got violent.
Confrontation in the house. Yeah, they tried to shoot her. Probably wasn't very effective if she is actually summoned that way. Then there certainly is something supernatural going on. Maybe they were nice and both configurations of mirror order were valid answers. Or maybe you really did have to guess what order they set the 2 of the mirrors up in. Why do people like playing piano on bears so much?
Door won't budge.
I love how often he says that after I've beaten it open.
Not fully grown. Teenager, maybe. Maybe a girl. Hard to tell.
We have another creepy doll.
Happy birthday, Everline. This doll is for you, to keep all the secrets in your heart.
You could tell all of your secrets to the doll.
Not fully grown. Teenager, maybe. Maybe a girl. Hard to tell.
Discolored, torn diary. Today our Granny finally told us about life before moving to Oakmont. Me and Evelyn had to put in quite the effort to convince her to talk about it, but it wasn't for nothing. Granny was a real witch. She lived for so long and saw so much that it's just breathtaking. I can't wait to tell our friends about this. They will die of jealousy. And then they all died of death. Hey, they've got the little boat that the other guy carves, the other place, even though they must have died an eternity ago and are seemingly not orphans. Oh, a mirror. Oh, right, I need to get 2 mirrors. Still doing that. I gotta recreate the ritual, I guess. So where in this building is one other mirror? It's probably fine.
The door won't budge.
Who doesn't just have like a little Lovecraftian grandma every now and then? Here we go. They shot the shit out of her, and it didn't seem to have actually worked. It looks like they just died here, judging by the blood, so not super psyched about my chances here. Also, there happens to be 2 more mirrors in the house that are the exact same model as the 2 mirrors that are already here. Hello. Yeah, I can shoot Granny. Blair, Blair, I'm Granny. Blair. Oh boy. Bit. Granny, you're so bullet vulnerable. Oh, that was easy. Easy peasy. You just shoot her in the face, and then she ceases life. Like many grandmas. She just takes more bullets than normal. I need to stop looking at a corpse. It's making me go woobly. Am I about to be attacked by visions? She's going away. I should recover in a moment. We'll just want to try relooting most of these places, because they'll probably give me access to additional resources now that I've recrafted. I seem to still be missing something. Malleus Maleficarum. Every witch has her own sign. Oh, we've already read that. Sometimes there's kind of some new details, but I guess not too common. Oakmont's safe from her for at least the next 100 years? I thought she could... That doesn't sound correct. She can be banished for up to 100 years. We're safe for at least the next 100 years. Dude, reading comprehension, you're a detective. 100 years is the maximum, not the minimum. Come on, man. Well, I got that done. There's still some sort of final piece of evidence. Also, did I get a knowledge point back there? Not quite. She was worth like 1100 experience, but a level up is 1500. I guess that makes that the one boss fight in this game that I've done so far. Doesn't it? Huh. This was a pretty dense area, so there's all sorts of places where I might have missed an interaction point. My character doesn't even react to all this. Not even a comment. It also doesn't come up in the ritual. And who put all these herbs here that are apparently fresh? 'Cause I'm curious about that too. Seems like those should all not be fresh. Unless she actually actively tends this place.
Enough for a trench full of krauts. There's good art, bad art, and then stuff which makes your skin crawl.
Looking for a dot to pop up. Favorite part of this game. Fun. Is it you?
Ah, damn thing just bit me.
Yep, that was it. See you later. Interesting. I thought that when I died before, something that I'd already done stayed the same. But that time, the thing I'd already done didn't stay. I had to click on it again. Oh well, doing it last makes good sense, because that means I don't have to actually deal with the consequences. I can just leave, and all these fine people out in the street get to deal with being potentially murdered. Isn't that fun? Hee hee hee. Yay. At some point I'm getting this SMG. Let's pump up that health bar, which I can't do till I get down here, but we'll get there. Alright. Back to the library.